Hi, I'm Dr. Eric Duncan, and today I'm going to show you what I call the great 8 of low back pain stretches. A lot of times patients ask me, what should I do at home? Is there anything I can do? And they usually want to do exercises, which is totally the wrong thing to start off with. So I put together what I call the great 8 of stretches for your low back pain. Now I'm here with Sharina, and she's going to help us go over the first 4 stretches of the great 8. And the reason we set up the first 4 on your back is because a lot of times people are in so much pain, there's no other position that's comfortable for them. Or people have knee problems or problems with their wrists. So some of these we want to start as basic as possible. So this is what I call the basic position, because you can lay in this direction in your bed or on the floor, and that's with your low back right on the ground like this, your knees slightly bent, and then your feet on the ground. So our first great 8 stretch is alternating knee to chest stretch. Now what we're going to do for this is we're going to go ahead and have her bend her right leg into 90 degrees, grasp her knee right under the patella, and then pull that knee right to her chest. When you do this stretch, you're going to feel it in the hip, the buttock area, the low back, and I want you to hold it for about 20 seconds. You'll return that leg right to the ground, so if you can do that for me. And then she'll repeat this with the other side, her left leg. Many people can't reach down for their leg because of joint immobility, or they may be in too much pain. So what I recommend in this situation is using a yoga strap. Now, some people don't have the yoga strap just laying around the house, so you can use a belt, a rope, whatever you have available to you to reach out towards that knee, and it extends your reach, so it's much more comfortable. So go ahead and show them how to do that with your right leg and bring that towards your chest. So you want to keep stretching this knee to your chest until you feel it in the hip, the buttock, and the low back. You can kind of bring your knee in and out and play with the positions there. Whatever gives you relief, that's what position I want you in. If you feel any sharp pain during these stretches, please stop immediately and then consult with your doctor on why that may be happening. Go ahead and return your leg to that position. Stretch number 2 is very similar to alternating knee to chest, except you're going to raise up both legs at the same time. So she'll do this without the yoga strap to begin with. Pull that to her chest. She'll do this for about 20 seconds and then return to the basic position. Now we'll do this with the yoga strap. Good, and return to the basic position for me. The third stretch we want to show you is called lumbar rocking. What this is you'll bring in both knees like in the previous stretch, and then you'll rock back and forth. Now do this very slowly because it's kind of like a touch and feel stretch. You want this to be relieving and relaxing at the same time. So with any of these stretches, any sharp pain, you stop immediately. So go ahead and bring your legs to 90 degrees, grab your knees right below the patella, and then pull the knees into the chest. Not all the way, and then just let them rock back, and then continue to rock back and forth in that direction. So you don't want to bring your knees all the way to your chest like you did in the previous 2 stretches. You want to stay a little bit in between all the way and a little bit of flexion in the hips. This will let your low back just stretch out and relax, because a lot of times with low back pain, you'll have contracted muscles that it won't be comfortable for you if we do it too much flexion in the knees and the hips. Good, go ahead and return to basic position for me. The last stretch I want to show you is part of the great 8. Well, number 4, it's the last stretch of you laying on your back, is knees side to side. Now this is simple, this should be done slowly, and it should be a relaxing type of stretch for you in the low back. And what we're going to do is simply drop our knees over to the left side and hold it for 20 seconds, return to the middle, and then we'll drop the knees to the right side and hold that for 20 seconds. Go ahead and return that to the middle. The next 4 stretches will be out of a chair, on your hands and knees, and the very last one will be a standing stretch. So if you can only do your first 4, or you're just comfortable with the first 4 on your back, that's fine. Just stay there until you can progress into a chair stretch. If your knees and wrists will hold up and you're comfortable being on all 4s on the floor, go ahead and do stretches 6 and 7, which are on your hands and knees. And the standing stretch can be done with anyone, so if you can just do the first 4 and you can actually get to standing position, feel free to try stretch number 8. So let's move to a chair now to see what stretch number 5 entails. Our next stretch is called the Piriformis Figure 4 stretch. You'll do this out of a chair, and there's two ways you can do this stretch. If you have the chance to do it, I would do it both ways. But what we're going to do is you'll sit at the edge of a chair, and you're going to cross one leg over the other leg with the ankle resting over the thigh. So go ahead and cross your right over the left. Now, the first way I want you to try this is bring your chest with a flat back towards your knees. So don't hunch your shoulders at all. You won't be able to go as far as you think, but enough so you can feel that stretch in your buttock area, in your hip area, or your low back. And then go ahead and return to center. The other way I want you to do this is grab your knee, and you're going to sit up real straight and pull your knee into the center of your chest. So what I want you to do is actually I'm going to have you rest your ankle on your thigh, and you're going to grab this knee with both hands and bring it directly into the front of the chest there. That way you're going to feel it across the hip and the buttock area, which is in turn going to release that pressure out of your low back. This is called the Figure 4 Piriformis Stretch. So give this a try on both sides. So now we're back over on the floor, and we've already done our Piriformis stretch. So now we're going to do two stretches that will require us to be able to bear weight on our knees. One will be child's pose, which we'll demonstrate right now. Now from a normal position on your knees, what I'm going to have Sharina do is tilt her hips and let them sink back into her heels. As she sinks back, she's going to have her hands on the ground, palms face down, and she's going to extend her hands right down the mat. Now, a nice thing to do is she'll feel the stretch right in this low back here, but when you have your palms on the floor, I want you to just glide them along the floor as you're sinking your hips back into your heels, so there's not going to be any abrupt movements that will cause extra pain. You're going to hold that for about 20 seconds and then return to a normal, comfortable kneeling position. And then let's show them how to do that one more time. So as you sink your hips back, you're going to have your hands on the ground, slide them forward, good, and then back up to a kneeling position. So that's child's pose. Remember, you're going to hold that much longer than what we're demonstrating, about 30 seconds each time you're in that extended position with your palms down. Now the final floor stretch we're going to show you is called camel. So what we're going to do is put you in a position that you're on your hands and knees. You'll put your hands directly under your shoulders and your knees directly under your hips. So if you could go ahead and get on all fours. And then what she's going to do is arch her back in the mid-back, and as she arches her back, her head's going to go in a downward position. This is the cat position. And then when she looks up, she's going to let her back sink down and really let that tummy sag forward. And then that's going to give her a stretch to the low back. You're only going to hold each one about 3 to 5 seconds, so go ahead and do the other position. And then go ahead and let that low back sink down as you look up. After you've done this about 10 repetitions, then you're ready to move on to our final standing low back stretch. Now I'm here for our grade 8 stretch number 8, and I save this one to last because it's not appropriate for everybody, but let me show you how to do this stretch in case I prescribe it for you or you talk to your doctor and they say that it's safe. This is called a lumbar extension stretch. And what I'm going to have you do, Sharina, if you can put your hands in your lower back, and I want you to lift your chest up and then just lean back just a little bit, about 10 to 15 degrees there. She's going to hold this for about 20 to 30 seconds. After that, relax. So go ahead and go to normal standing posture. And then repeat the process again. So go ahead and put your hands on your low back and go into extension while you're lifting your chest. And that is the 8th stretch of our Great 8 stretching. So that will finish up our Great 8 low back stretches. Thank you so much for watching, and please subscribe to our channel and check back because we're going to have future episodes going around core strength and also stretches for your neck and shoulder area. Thanks for watching, and I hope you check back soon.